everyone. My name is Jena Ellenwood, and today we're going to be talking about sours, more specifically alternative sours. I've been getting a lot of phone calls from friends and relatives asking about whiskey, gin sours, and the like, and what do you do when you run out of eggs? Well, I'm here to tell you that you go in your cupboard and you reach for that can of chickpeas. And no, I'm not crazy. You grab the chickpeas. When you strain the liquid out of the chickpeas, it's known as aquafaba. So this liquid is hugely useful in a myriad of ways, one of which it works as an egg white in a foamed cocktail. Pretty cool, huh? So to make the cocktail we're gonna make today, I have also made a special syrup for the recipe. This is a black tea dehydrated orange simple syrup, and the recipe will follow for those of you that want to mix things along. I'm also going to use my jiggers today, but if you want to do the measuring spoons, I will also post the recipe conversions for that so you can follow along at home if you do not have your jiggers. Let's make a tea time sour. The first thing you're gonna need is your hand juicer, and you're gonna take your lemon and you're gonna juice it right on into the tip. Now, if I was at work, I would be building this in the little tin and putting my ice in the large tin, but I'm at home and I don't want to make more of a mess splashing, so I'm gonna build in the big tin right now. Once again, if you don't have shaker tins at home, that's okay. You can use your mason jar and that will work just fine. So now that I have a full ounce of lemon juice, right, 1 lemon equals 1 ounce, I'm gonna do 3/4 ounce of my black tea orange syrup, right like that. And to use my aquafaba in lieu of an egg white, if we were doing an egg white sour, you would separate your egg and use 1 egg white for this drink. But we're gonna use aquafaba. So I'm gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of aquafaba right into my tin. And then I'm feeling like this is kind of a whiskey tea time, so I'm gonna do 2 ounces of my Woodford Reserve. Right in there. All right, so this is the same technique you're gonna use if you're using an egg white as well. We're gonna dry shake it first, so those ingredients can start to get to know each other, because when you are shaking, careful, when you're using sours, the tins will pop. Mason jar might be easier for this. So when you're doing sours, you wanna shake them for a long time because you want everything in there to emulsify. So now that I've gone ahead and done that, I'm gonna add my ice. You can use your regular ice, but this is also a great excuse to go ahead and shake on one of those large rocks if you happen to have a silicone ice mold. All right, so you'll notice I put the ice in the side of the tin that does not have the liquid splash factor. If you were using your mason jar, be super careful when you put the ice in so it doesn't splash back at you. And then we're gonna go ahead and carefully do that. Make sure it's sealed. And this is really important if you're making drinks at home or anywhere else. Make sure you're facing away from your guest when you're shaking. I'm gonna face away from the camera, okay? You can hear that ice start to break down. This is gonna be kind of a long shake. And yes, it is an arm workout. I know usually I say count to 20, but when it comes to sours, you're looking more like 40 to 60. I'm waiting for that ice to sound like I've rounded out all the corners, or if you shake a little harder than I do, maybe it'll go ahead and shatter. Whew, yeah. Now make sure you slowly do this. You wanna get everything in that tin, right? Go ahead and swirl it on in here. And this is my Hawthorne strainer. If you don't have one, you can use the top of your mason jar. Right into the glass. And I'm gonna make a little bit of art. I like to make art on my cocktails. I'm gonna use some Woodford chocolate bitters for this. I think the scent's gonna be really nice with them. I'm gonna put a couple drops right on top. And then if you have a toothpick or whatever works for you, I'm gonna use the side of my spoon. And you're gonna delicately trace right through it. It's gonna make a little leaf design. anytime sour.